I think at the time I became a registered lighterman, there were 400 lightermen in Hull.
Really?
How many lighters there are, I couldn't estimate, but the river was packed with lighters. And what the job of a lighterman was to man these craft, which were basically craft without engines. They were just a floating box with a tiller on one end and a bit of an anchor at the other. The registered lighterman's work was restricted to the River Hull.
Right.
So no one else could do it but a registered lighterman. So other lighterman barges couldn't work those places which was restricted to registered lightermen. And having become a lighterman, it was then you used to go to the pen, which was the docker's control, and the first men up for workers would be the lighter foreman. They used to stand on this wall, and they'd say, "I want so many men," and you'd go and give him your book, and you were then employed for however long they wanted you. It was sort of a casual employment. You were fully employed by the National Dock Labour Board, and the lighter firms used to hire you as required. So when they had a rush of work, they could come in and get so many lightermen to do it. Then when that was done, they just sent them back. So there was no retaining pay for them or anything. You would then, so the lighter foreman would come and pick you up. He'd say, "Right, well, I want you to go to such and such a berth on the River Hull, number so-and-so's there, take it from there to the docks." A tug would come and you'd latch onto the tug and he would take it to the docks. You would then moor that lighter, and then the foreman at the dock would then direct you to wherever your next job would be. And it would maybe say, "Right, number so-and-so, will you take it to such and such a ship? You're loading pound kernels for chambers from Pargus." Pound kernels were the basic nut that was crushed for palm oil.
Right.
And you would load the bulk nuts. Usually came in bags on the steamers, which were lifted out, put on the deck side and emptied down a chute into the lighter.
Right.
So it became a bulk cargo, whereas it was a bag cargo in the ship. From there, you would perhaps load that would be a job. You'd finish that, it'd take it to such and such a berth in the dock, and it would sit there. The reason for lighters was that cargoes could be offloaded from ships, put into a lighter and left. So, and then be used as required. So the ship would be finished and that would be gone, but the cargo may still well be in the docks. Thousands of tonne of palm kernels could be left in the dock. The mill could handle, say, 180 tonnes a day, 1 litre a day. So then there would be dripped out 1 litre a day to the mill, and the cargo would then be used as required, you know.
Yeah.
One of the unique things about lighters was that they were handled, they were towed by tugs from dock to the River Hull. At the River Hull at North Bridge, or between Drypool, before they got to Drypool Bridge, the tug knocked you off and the lighter was then on its own. You didn't have any power, you didn't have any means of controlling it apart from what we called a dredging weight at the fore end and a tiller at the after end. And you used to get that lighter from there to the berth, wherever it was, up Premier, perhaps at Clough Road, wherever it was, and just by drifting it and control it. So you've got a tide of, say, 4 or 5 knots and a lighter that's going backwards, but through the water as perhaps a speed of 1 knot. so a controllable speed, but only at the end of an anchor. And you used to have to find your berth we became cowboys. You had to be able to lasso with your rope,
Yeah.
lasso things so that you could moor up and things like that, you know. There was no help, but just your own skills at mooring it. You had a boat up which you could help you, you know, to catch hold of things. And